Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. We are jam-packed with topics tonight, Frankie C.
Got a lot to talk about.
Here we go, baby. Virginia Giuffre, rare public appearance. Her deposition will follow Prince Andrews. We have all the latest details. Plus, the cause of death revealed for Bob Saget. Very, very sad. Adele and the woman controversy. The latest sign woke thinking is out of control. Marjorie Taylor Greene has a soup slip-up. Mitch McConnell criticizes the RNC. Adidas bears all in their new campaign. We'll tell you why they're trending. And speaking of, Oregon has a mayor that swings and is proud of it, damn it. Teen mom tries to outsell the fart seller the only way she knows how. You could probably guess what that is.
It's a doozy.
New Florida bill is causing a lot of stir. Free crack pipes for all. And the Trucker Convey might be headed to the Super Bowl. Plus, is this the end of the Anthony on Air podcast? J-Sabs TV debut upsets Frankie C. and Anthony. We'll talk about the Winter Olympics. Well, yeah, you're upset.
I'm upset about it?
You will be.
Oh.
We'll talk about the Winter Olympics and why nobody's talking about that, plus your fan feedback right here. All on this episode.
This is a crazy episode. Jeez.
Let's go, baby. So, Virginia Giuffre, rare appearance. She was spotted in public in Australia, where she lives, or spends a majority of her time. And she was getting her hair did and vaping.
Okay.
Yes. Photos, which I cannot flash on the screen. We have a link in the description of this episode.
Was she fending off giant spiders and snakes and crazy things that live in Australia?
No, don't those things freak you out, though?
Every time I hear about a crazy, weird animal that's poisonous and deadly, it's in Australia.
It's in Australia. Yeah, and then they show those videos, and you're just like, why am I ever going to go there?
Seems like a lovely place outside of the giant animals that want to kill you.
Yeah, I do love Australia, and that is only because a lot of people from Australia watch and listen to this podcast. So that is
I wonder what Australians think about the Outback Steakhouse. Is that
they must be. It was probably what we think about Olive Garden. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was getting her hair did and vaping. Paparazzi shots. So if you care to see them, they're in the description below. Again, whether you're watching or you're listening. She's got the foil in her hair and everything, and she's doing the whole smoking thing. And this is coming off the news, too, that her deposition has now been set. She'll go under oath with Prince Andrew's lawyers just about a month after Prince Andrew is deposed by her lawyers in London. They'll do that. Location wasn't released, but that will happen in April.
Because I heard the deposition in April. Okay.
So his deposition in March, her deposition in April. That'll give them the summer for discovery, and then heading into fall, we'll get a trial. I'm sure we'll get a date sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends what comes out of the deposition. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a date after the deposition.
Yeah. Because I'm sure there's going to be an attempt to settle right around that deposition time.
I would imagine.
Yeah, when they start thumbing through those legal pads and going, okay.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here.
Yeah. So that's that. The lawsuit, by the way, she is suing him for unlimited damages in the U.S., which some experts are now saying could be over $10 million.
Unlimited damages?
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Never heard that term.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't. Does the judge make the call on that? Then I don't really know how that works, but that's the first time
the lawyers coming up. They say, "Hey, this is what we're doing. This is the motion we're making. This is what we're suing for."
Yeah,
unlimited damage. Yeah, okay.
Well, he had to sell that chalet to pay off some debts, and it's got lawyer bills now. It's gonna be rough.
And he doesn't have the backing of the royal family of that.
He does not. But I'm sure they're feeding him some money under the table.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Lots happening with the Queen. She's been ruling for what was her thing? Her Jubilee celebration.
Yeah, it's like 50, 60 years or something.
It's crazy.
She's in her 90s now?
Yeah, and then they made Camilla the Queen. They gave her a title. I'm going to call it Queen in Training. This way, when she gets off the throne and Prince Charles takes over, she will then be referred to as the queen. So we will have another queen.
And a king, or no? Prince Charles becomes king?
He becomes king, yeah.
Wow.
And she'll be the queen.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the latest royal news, family. So there you go.
All right. That's something. Now, we have to wait. I mean, the deposition for Prince Andrew is what, next month? It's like a month away.
It's about a month away. Yeah. So my guess is we're going to have a lot to talk about in the next month as we lead into this and start to hear
more things are going to come out, and I'm sure there's going to be talks back and forth. Lawyers are going to go back and forth. We'll have more.
And we're not going to miss a damn thing. So if your friends, coworkers are into that kind of thing, tell them to subscribe to the channel, YouTube, Facebook. Either one works. We like it when people watch on either one. You can also watch on Spotify. Most people listen there, or on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or on all the rest of them. So there you go. Before we get to the cause of death of Bob Saget, very sad. Let's make ourselves happy with Jumpstart Coffee Company. I have been eating the Jumpstart ice cream for like days.
Are we going to get some of that?
I have some saved. Yeah.
Nice.
We have some saved up. It was good. I think the base we got to change. The flavor was great. The base I don't love. I want to see what it's like. Because I remember when I churned the ice cream, it was really, really good. This is a no churn ice cream base that we used. So I'm gonna try a Jumpstart ice cream 2.0. But right. As far as the flavor goes, it tastes really good.
See, I have some steaks in the freezer. I'm gonna maybe do a little dry rub with the steaks.
That would be good. You gotta let me know how that works out.
Yeah, see how that works.
Anything to not use that paprika you've been storing in there, like I'm using.
I've been using it. I used it a few times. Last week I made I don't even know. What was it? Tacos or burritos? Something.
I don't believe you the way I don't believe Bill Clinton. Okay, I think that thing is still packed with paprika.
Easy. Oh, it's still packed. It's the never-ending bottle of paprika, but I have used it.
All right, 15% off when you order Jumpstart Coffee Company. It is the greatest coffee that I have ever had. Frank agrees, and so does J-Sabs. In fact, it's the only thing that all three of us agree on is that Jumpstart Coffee Company is the best coffee.
It's very rare.
Great coffee, great cause. That's what we say, because 50% of their profits go over to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So not only are you supporting this show and an independent American coffee company, but you're also supporting the people that provide you with your very freedoms. So basically, if you don't purchase Jumpstart Coffee Company, you're just spitting in the face of a Navy SEAL, and that's not nice.
Why would you do that? That's messed up.
That's messed up. This is. They're not coming back from Nam. This ain't, 71. Like let's get supporting some troops here.
And it wasn't okay back then either.
It really wasn't. Order up some Jumpstart. Link in the description below, or click on the banner on the homepage of AnthonyOnAir.com. And of course, save that 15% with the promo code AOA15. Next episode, we'll talk about subscribe and save.
Ooh.
Bob Saget. This is very, very sad. This is I hate to say this, but I think the way that Frank's going to die too. I think he's going to punch himself out of bed one day, walk around for the day, and then you're going to take a nap, and then we're never going to get you back again. That's what I think.
That was dark.
Or at least that's what I've worked out with your wife and the insurance company.
Well, this tape will now be evidence in that matter.
This show will never air. Bob Saget's cause of death revealed. Of course, he died after an unspecified trauma to his head. His family confirmed to Page 6 in a statement just a few moments ago, actually, just a little while ago.
There was a bruise that they found at the back of his head, and apparently brain bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
It was a thing. He didn't know it was that bad, and he went to bed, and he just didn't wake up.
The authorities have determined that Bob passed away from head trauma. They have concluded that he accidentally hit the back of his head on something, thought nothing of it, and went to sleep. No drugs or alcohol were involved. I wonder why. I mean, I didn't see it in anything that I read.
What?
I wonder why they thought. I mean, did he talk about the fact that he hit his head by accident, or?
No, it was probably right before he went to bed. He didn't. There was nothing. It was probably in the room. I read a thing that said that it may have been like the headboard or something. Or
yeah, Because I'm thinking, like, I guess maybe if there was foul play, like if somebody cracked him in the back of the head, it probably would have been a worse bruise. Is that what it? Is that why they assume it was? That's what I'm saying. How do they get to the point where, oh, this was definitely an accident?
Well, maybe the scene of what where they found him wasn't messed with in that way. Like, yeah, he could have been placed where in the bed, but he was found in bed.
Like that's what
You
I'm
know,
thinking. How do we know somebody didn't crack him in the back of the head with a baseball bat and then put him in his bed and hightail it out of there?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure they have ways to figure that out, but maybe there's security camera, no one leaving the, coming or
Well, why
going
aren't they
from the.
sharing it with us, Frank? What are they hiding?
You're an idiot. That's what they're hiding.
Okay,
I
I'm
feel
upset.
like if there was foul
Ignore me.
play, I'm sure they wouldn't have come out and said this is what happened and there's no foul play. If they knew for sure, I feel like they'd say it.
Hmm.
Where they wouldn't say there's no foul play.
So you just believe whatever they tell you?
I believe everything everybody says all the time.
I'm worried.
Thought that was obvious.
I'm worried that somebody, somebody got the jump on Bob. That's what I'm concerned with.
It's not impossible, but all signs are pointing to accidental hit in the back of the head. He went to bed, and that was that.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That's like, that's like when you, like, I always, what was it was Defending Your Life. Meryl Streep's character, she dies. She slips.
Spoiler alert.
Well, we know she's dead in the movie starts with that. But she dies. She slips out on her patio, cracks her head on the furniture, and falls into the pool. I mean, yeah. I've always been afraid of dying that way. Like that series of unfortunate events that just,
That's different. That she probably got knocked out when she hit her head.
Yeah.
He hit his head, didn't know anything was wrong, and just went to bed. Didn't know it was as bad as that needed medical attention.
It's terrifying. I'm afraid of dying with something stupid like that. That's like silly. That's like
yeah, that's avoidable. Well, I don't know if it's something. I don't know. I don't want to say avoidable because he had no idea. He didn't know.
No, but it's the kind of thing where if there is an afterlife, you get to heaven or wherever you get to, the universe, whatever you believe in, and then they tell you how you died. You go, "What, are you fucking kidding me?" Like that's the kind of.
Like, yeah, welcome aboard, Jagger.
Yeah.
You get sent over here where all the idiots are.
Yeah, that would piss me off like crazy. So there's Bob Saget. I mean, I'm gonna launch a full investigation, people. I don't want you to worry. I'm not just taking the word of Frank and.
And I just realized I may have just inadvertently referred to Bob Saget as an idiot, but I was referring to you as an idiot, not Bob Saget. Bob Saget.
I never questioned that for a second.
Was not an idiot.
I wasn't.
The way he died was terrible and tragic.
Yeah, but I mean, he'd be pissed. I mean, he would be pissed. Anybody would be.
He'd be pissed. That's a messed up situation. Just something like that, it's like he didn't die of a heart attack. It wasn't something, it was just bad luck. He hit his head. It's terrible. Well, not good. What are you staring at me?
I was going through a Rolodex of jokes, and I was just like, can't say that one. Don't say that one.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea, Aunt.
Yeah. No,
I think everybody has that irrational fear, though, that they're going to die in a freak occurrence like this.
Oh, of course. It's like, what was that movie? Final Destination. All these weird things have to happen.
Right.
And then it results in you dying in a weird way. It's messed up. And this was it's terrible because it's like, it's not like he was sick.
In all seriousness, though, can we talk serious?
Yeah, sure.
Can I get some padding on your end tables at your...
It's not the worst idea.
On the armoire,
It's not bad.
Your wife's gonna wake up. You're gonna be bleeding out on the floor. Nobody's gonna know. She's not gonna know.
They'll know what happened.
If people are new to the podcast, Frank likes to dream about having fights and then punch and take out lamps in the middle of his sleep. Like one time he full on threw a punch and punched himself out of the bed.
I punched right out of the bed. I went boom like that, and I punched. There's a nightstand next to my side of the bed, and I punched whatever was on the nightstand, and I fell right out of bed. I woke up on the floor, like with my arms on the nightstand, and my wife she jumped up. Oh my God! What?
Yeah.
She woke her up out of a sleep, and that
If
was
Bob Saget is in heaven looking down on us, he's gonna be like, I can't believe this dope is alive, and I fucking
yeah,
a little bump and I'm dead.
yeah. No, that's definitely not fair. How Bob Saget went out, not cool.
It sure isn't. It surely isn't. Adele is in the middle of some more controversy here. A lot of controversy. Starting to get tired of
Oh
the world.
God, what now?
So they changed the awards. What is this? The Brit Awards? Remember how we used to have male artist of the year and female artist of the year?
Sure.
You know how that was a thing. So now they just have male. Now they just have male artist of the year. Could you imagine? Now they just have artist of the year. Spoiler alert, to which Adele won, I believe, last night or whenever the hell. I don't know what time frame they're on there in England, but she won it. And she went up and she passed a comment about how she's proud to be a woman. And, she, here, let me play. I'll just.
Why is that bad?
Well, yeah. I mean, why is that bad? I'll take you through the whole thing. Here's Adele from the awards. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to put it on first. That would help, Frank.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, well, I'm upset about Bob Saget. Now I'm thinking about all the ways to keep you alive. So I'm juggling a lot of things
It's nice
right
of
now.
you. That's really sweet of you.
Juggling a lot of shit at the moment.
Well, the name of this award has changed, but I really love being a woman and being a female artist. I do. I'm really proud of us. I really am. Thank you so much. Well, the name of this award has changed, but I really love being a woman and being a female artist. I do.
Where's the controversy?
You're
You're allowed to love being a female artist.
Are you?
You're not allowed to do that?
But what about all the non-female artists?
They're allowed to love being themselves as well.
Well, clearly you don't exist on Twitter because it ain't like that.
Ugh.
I learned another thing too. Let me go over here. Okay, hold on a second. This is what I think this is what started it. Was a tweet from Oh Hey Jacob. And Oh Hey Jacob says, "Please no, Adele can't be a TERF. TERF. Do you know what that is?"
I
That
think
last
that was
comment though,
that was the thing from the only time I've ever heard of it was when Chappelle referenced it.
a TERF?
Didn't he talk about it in his last stand up?
We're gonna have to look. Can you look it up?
No.
Jacob. Oh, hey, Jacob said, "Please no, Adele can't be a TERF. That last comment, though ambiguous, could be perceived as turfy. Please no." To which Adele started trending on social media, and people were getting upset. That here we are. We went from male artist of the year, female artist of the year. Then the awards decided we're not going to have gender in award shows. And then the first time they don't have the gender in the award shows, they give the award to Adele, and she's like, "I know we just changed the name, but I'm proud to be a female artist."
I feel like that's fine. She's allowed to be proud to be a female. Like, because it would be. I don't understand what the problem is.
Well,
Why
the
can't she be
problem
proud?
is there was this whole movement to remove male, female artists.
Yeah,
There's this
that's
whole
fine.
movement around not having gender to make, what do they call them, non-binary or cisgender people feel more comfortable and feel normalized.
Okay.
And then here she is going, I'm proud to be a woman.
I thought saying "I'm proud to be a woman" was a battle cry for women. Wasn't that like the feminist? Isn't that a feminism thing? Like, I'm proud to be a woman, but women get marginalized a lot. Women get paid less than men. Women get screwed over for a lot of things.
Well, but this is a conversation that we've been having, Dave Chappelle and the trans community.
This is a different. I feel like it's a different argument
I
because
feel
this
like
has nothing. This is just her being proud of a woman. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to be proud to be whomever you are. It's just she's proud to be a woman.
I think that this is us eating our own. Where Dave, you have Dave Chappelle and the black community and the trans community, and who's more marginalized, and we got to make a choice.
Turf,
Then you have Aquafina and the black community, and who's more marginalized, an Asian woman or the black community, and we're eating ourselves. Now you have this whole push for non-binary cisgender awards. And then Adele comes out and says, "I'm proud to be a woman." And then people are on social media going, "Oh, Adele is bullshit. I can't believe she's saying that."
But she didn't say anything about trans women. If you're a trans woman, you could be proud to be a woman too.
Terf is a feminist who excludes the rights of transgender women from the advocacy of women's rights.
She never said anything about trans women. She just said, "I'm proud to be a woman." And if you're a trans woman, you could also be proud to be a woman. She didn't say anything about, "I'm proud to be a real woman," or "I'm proud to be.
Are you saying we should bring
Here
back
we go.
female artists?
Whatever you're saying right now is going to be something that I'm not saying, and you're just being a jerk.
No, serious question. Are you saying we should bring back female artists of the year? Should we bring gender back into the awards?
No, not at all. You don't have to. No. What I'm saying is, if I don't know
exactly,
you're an idiot. If an African American person went up there, "I'm proud to be an African American singer," or "I'm proud to be a Hispanic singer," "I'm proud to be this or that." It's female singers sometimes get marginalized. Men probably get paid more. All this stuff. So to be proud of yourself is not a big deal. It doesn't put down anybody else's identity.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Answer honest.
No, I'm going to lie to you.
Okay. Be totally honest.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about who I could use in an example. If Chris Martin of Coldplay won Artist of the Year and went up there and went,
a white man. Yeah.
I know they just changed the name of this, but I'm proud to be male, and I'm proud of us, and I'm proud to be a male artist.
It's different.
Why is that different?
Because white men are seen as the, I don't know, a little overprivileged and a little more in the spotlight, and a little, they get, for some reason, I'm not saying it's right, but you're allowed to be, if you're in a category or a group that gets marginalized, you're allowed to stand up and say, "I'm proud to be that thing." It doesn't take away. Is that wrong?
Well, because you're basically saying, correct me if I'm wrong here, that white guys are the only, by that logic, white guys are the only people that aren't marginalized. Because I can make an argument for everybody else. And you're kind of saying like, well, white guys can't do it, but everybody else can do it.
I'm saying that historically, and not historically, I'd say nowadays, for some reason, white guys are not marginalized minority.
Mm-hmm.
Women, different ethnicities, they get screwed on a lot of stuff. So that's all I'm saying.
But if it was, I'm gonna date myself here. If it was Snoop Dogg who went up there and won Artist of the Year, what is this, 97, Ant? And he said that, it's okay.
If he said, "I'm proud to be an African American winner of this award," what's wrong with that?
No, if he said, "I'm proud to be a man. Proud to be a man accepting this Artist of the Year award. I know they just changed the name, but I'm proud to be a man."
It's kind of a scumbaggy thing to say.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a double standard, but it's a correct one, in my opinion.
I disagree with you.
You're allowed to be proud to be a man, but you don't shove it down other people's throats when you come out on top.
See, I want us to get to a place where we're more accepting on what you can say and less on what you can't say.
That's
More
fine,
more
but you just
do and
can't be a
less not
dick.
do.
Saying I'm proud, I
Because
beat
here's where because
because what you're saying is I beat all these other people and I beat some women out of this award, and I'm proud of that.
no,
That's I'm proud to be a man to win this award.
okay. But Adele said that. You think Adele's feeling that way too?
I think she should be proud. It's a step forward for women because women need steps forward, and that's another step, and that's great. Is that wrong? I think it's a step forward for women being more equal. I feel like that's always been the case. Women, minorities, it's always been a case of them of groups like that. What?
I don't know because I'm having I'm having a thought in my head, and I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't even know what to think.
It's always been the case that women, minority groups, and different ethnicities, they always get marginalized, and it's time for equality. We're always trying to make steps forward in equality, and this is a proud moment on behalf of women to win this award among men and women. It's proud to
Understandably
take
so,
for a
but
woman to take it home.
do you not think that she is thumbing her nose a little bit at the timing? They just changed the name of the award to make it more accepting to this particular sect of people, and here comes Adele with her. Well, I'm proud to be a woman.
I think, my honest opinion, I think she didn't mean to take anybody else down. I think she meant to pick women up. I don't think she meant to say everybody else can suck it, women rule. I don't think she meant that at all. I think she this group or this group or this group.
Okay, but I had this is our argument with Chappelle and the trans community of like
No, my
he
only
has
argument.
his gripes about his minority and the fact that the trans community gets over so much better than the black community. That was like his gripe, and you were like, oh, that's you.
No,
You
my
didn't.
problem. No, my problem with Chappelle's thing. He said this one thing. I said I was fine with the whole thing, but the one thing he said was the turf thing. That I had a problem with. Is that trans women aren't real women? That's what he said, and that he agrees with turf. That he didn't. He shouldn't have sided with turf. That's where I think most people have a problem with.
I just hate that it's all about what you can't do, and because it should be more about what you can do. Like you can't say this, you can't say that. Whereas if we were more open and talked more with each other about things, I feel like we would all just be better. Like you can't make fun of this or you can't make fun of that. When in actuality, if you do make fun of those things, it's kind of better because that's more accepting than being like this is a. And by the way, I'm not talking about the N word. That's that's a different thing altogether. But I think it's more accepting if you kind of
Well, I think this is a
when we all sit here and tell each other what we can't say, you're going to get to a point where nothing can be said.
That's not true.
That's kind of very true.
Not everything is a slippery scale. Slippery slope? Sliding scale? Not everything is that way.
Not everything is a slippery sliding scale slope.
Right. Not everything is that. Some things there are rules. There's societal rules that you have to, in order to not sound like a jerk, there are things you just don't say.
Mm.
Right? It's not like you can't say them. It's just that people will, will
Understandable,
come down on you
but
for
I'm a big context guy. I believe context is a big part of it. And in this particular context, her timing is a little suspect.
I think she saw it as a men versus women category now, and she won one for the women. That's all. I think it's as simple as that. I don't think it goes any deeper. I don't think she was like, women are the best gender. What bad are we thinking she meant here? I don't understand what anybody thinks she said wrong.
Well, because I think people feel like, oh, hey, Jacob here, that they just made progress taking out the male-female aspect of the award show, and she's sliding right in on day one on the first chance that she can get to win an award, going, I'm proud to be a female.
Maybe I'm missing it, but I'm still like, because she's in a group going up against men, and she won as a woman. She beat out all these men. And when a woman beats out men for something, isn't that something we should be proud of? Like, is it because women are taking steps forward? That's how I heard it. I tried. I don't understand why people are
Frank,
seeing it.
Women are trying to take away our way of life, so that's
is that what's happening?
Yeah,
I thought
they're trying to take everything away from us.
I tried to look at it in the most positive way I could, and that's how I saw it. As she saw herself up against, what is it, 5 and 5, 5 men, 5 women in this category.
I don't know
whatever it is.
Well,
Let's say
it's in Britain, so it's a different. They don't have
the metrics. Right, I got you. So it's 5.3 women against 5.3 men. And she thought, listen, I'm up against all these women and all these men as well. So now a woman won. I'm proud that I'm a woman and I won against all these men. That's what it seemed like to me. I didn't take that as negative towards any other segment of society. I didn't read into that. If someone else did, then that's hard. It's maybe it needs more looking into. But I didn't see it that way initially. It sounded like just she's proud that a woman took home an award that could have been given to a man. That's all I saw out of that. Am I wrong there?
No.
What do you think? What's your opinion on it?
My opinion is again, I think this is a long line. Like what we saw this weekend was crazy. I still feel bad for Aquafina. And I think we're backing ourselves into this corner of just nonstop wokey cancel culture, like just horribleness.
So you're on Adele's side with this?
Well, listen, I
pick a side.
No. My side is there shouldn't be shame in her being proud.
That's what I'm saying.
But there is. But I think that when you talk about the fact of like I think if you're gonna have that mentality, you can't say, well, it's okay for everybody except for this one group.
Well, it's okay, but it's socially,
because that's not part of it. That's not.
The difference is.
Although by the way, can I just say that I'm sorry? I am sorry.
It's okay.
Although I agree with you and I understand the logic behind it, of saying like white males have gotten a lot of advantages. I agree with that and I understand it. At the same time, I feel like you can't be preaching this like equal society and being like it's equal for everybody.
But it's not equal yet. That's the problem. It has to be equal, but there are still categories of society
understandably
that are marginalized.
So, but again, go ahead. You finish.
Are
no. You finish.
Cut off today.
I'm sorry.
So, if I won the award, yeah, I can get up there and go, I'm proud to win this for the men. I would be a huge dick if I did that, and everybody would hate me, and I would be seen as anti-women and all this stuff. If I said that, that's why you don't say that. But if you're in one of the marginalized segments of society and you say, I'm proud to be a woman doing this, I'm proud to be Hispanic or African American, then that's a step forward toward building up a segment of society. That I think should be encouraged. Why not? If you're in a category, let's say all the people in that category were of different races, and an African American person won that award. Said, for African American people, I'm very proud to.
But what if Snoop Dogg won and he said this is for men? I'm proud to win this for all the men out there.
That's a dick thing to say. Because men are really proud. Men, it's spitting in the face of everybody underneath, seen as being underneath societally as men. Because
when does that end for white men?
when women
What-
get equal
Let me ask you a
pay,
question.
when
Okay.
women, races, and all different segments of society, gay, transgender, are all exactly equal.
Okay.
And we're unfortunately very far from
What if we get to a point where women, white women,
that.
are making more money than white men and everybody else? Then are
That'll
they
be
not allowed to
great.
say stuff?
No, that'll be great. And I think
That'll be great.
The dynamic would switch after a couple of generations of that, probably.
So it'll be great if the white women are on top, holding
Or
down.
whoever woman, it doesn't matter. White
Okay.
woman, black woman, Hispanic woman, whatever.
Oh, let's say it's Hispanic women. I'm fine with switching up. Let's say Hispanic women are the most paid. They get all the
Well,
perks.
it shouldn't be. No, that shouldn't be. That's wrong too.
Will
It
they
should
not be
all equal.
allowed to? Will they not be allowed to make the jokes?
What are you
then?
doing? What are you doing? You're just a shit stirrer. That's all you are.
I'm not shit stirring. I'm
Yeah,
asking
you're
you a question.
It's
This
you
group's
know
on
the
top.
answer.
This group is supposedly on top now.
You know the answer.
If some other group gets on top, do they then lose all their make fun of privileges?
Well, that's not the goal. The goal is for everybody to be equal.
Okay.
With
I wonder if
respect
we
to
could ever
pay.
get to an everybody equal thing.
That's the goal. I mean,
I'm hopeful we can get close enough. I just don't foresee.
and I'm not
equal
talking
really being a thing.
communism. I'm talking, equal pay for equal work, and for every gender, every race.
All right. Well, listen. I tell you who's not equal. That's you, me, and this superstar coming into the show here. Look at this one. Look at this piece of work here.
She's ready for her close up.
I'm hiding.
What an asshole. Look, I could already see you're going to be unbearable to deal with.
This is gonna be something. No pictures, please.
And I didn't even drink. How about that? No
Are we
pictures.
getting autographs when we see you next time?
All right, I think I'm safe.
Make sure you
Frank-
bring like 8x10s so you can autograph them.
Frank, do me a favor. I need you to get in touch with all the 80-year-old women in Suffolk County because one of
That's
them is
all
on
who
the
watches.
floor bleeding, missing a scarf. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get all their numbers somehow.
Seriously, what era did you buy that scarf?
It's-
What grandmother did you get that from?
It's actually no. It was actually from a very chic place in the city.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, this will be good for a cover up. That's it.
It's very nice.
That's it.
All right, so
Yeah.
Frank, judging by your logic, is it a good thing that Janine was on TV today and not the two white guys on the show? Is that a
Sure,
positive
it's
step
great.
forward?
It's wonderful.
Oh
So,
God,
here,
what did I
Janine.
step into?
So Janine, here's the situation. We want to get your opinion, obviously.
Okay, hold on.
It's okay.
Just so you know, Janine, your opinion matters more than mine because you're a female
Okay.
Not what I said.
and
What?
I'm a white guy.
See, this is Anthony being.
What
a
did I
shit
walk
stirrer.
into?
Anthony being a nudge.
By the way, can I just say I don't have any animosity towards you, Frank. I am just
the hell?
angry that I'm lumped into this class of shit.
Oh, when's everything gonna go your way? See, that's the problem.
I get it. I understand, but I've not gotten, anything fucking handed to me.
Yeah, but you don't experience racism on a daily basis.
I do not.
You don't experience sexism on a daily basis.
Understandable.
So then, pack it up, buddy.
I've worked for women my entire life, up to and including my wife.
Congratulations.
And I've never had a problem with any bit of it. I've never had an issue with it.
That's great. That's
So.
wonderful for you.
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. So Adele won an award. Last year, the award was.
I'm
split
just
in-
saying it's
Can I
shitty
explain?
when your
God.
group is in charge and you're certainly not the recipient of any bit of the spoils for it. Go ahead.
Janine, I know you're just joining us, but he's been cutting me off this entire show. Every time I get into
No,
a
not
point,
not
true.
him.
into this, and every time I get into a point, he comes on. Oh, can I just say something?
Come on,
So-
man.
Here's what's happening. Adele recently, in the last few days, won an award. Last year, there were two categories for this award: male and female artist, singer. This year, they merged it and made it Artist of the Year, not male or female, two categories. So everybody was lumped into the same category. She won. She got on stage and said, I know last year it was male and female, and now it's everybody, but I am proud to be a woman who won this award. Thank you very much. I forget exactly the wording, but I'm proud to be a woman who won this award. Do you see a problem with that?
What kind of award was it? Like,
Artist
was
of the
it
Year.
Artist of the Year?
I don't know how that matters, but okay. She was in a category with men and women, and she won as Artist of the Year and said, I'm proud to win this for women.
I think she was asking, like, was it like the Emmys and the Oscars,
No.
or like the
It was a
Golden
British
Globes?
award. It was a British award.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Because people were coming out and saying that she was somehow against trans women, which
What?
I don't know where they made that leap. She didn't mention
what?
Exactly. Thank you. This had nothing to do with it. This was her being a woman and being proud that she won, in my opinion, that she won over a group of men. That's how I took it.
What's, who's a problem with that?
Go ahead. Tell me your problem. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No,
when he has his arms crossed, you know that he's annoyed.
All I'm saying is
Wait, can I just say something? That's how that feels.
Go ahead.
She's aware. She said, I know the name of this award just changed, but I'm proud to be a female. It's a bit conspicuous, the timing. This is the first opportunity we have to celebrate a non-gender award, and she went ahead and stuck her gender right in it. I acknowledge that it's a leap for people, but people on Twitter were saying that the timing is
How about,
So you think it was planned?
I think she's going to go on tour with J.K. Rowling, is what I think.
all right, let's say, here's a question for you.
Okay.
If we're talking,
And then she's going to cancel it.
We're talking hypothetical stuff here. Okay.
Because she got her period. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So let's go back, I don't know, 60, 70 years and say there was a category for...
To when Janine bought the scarf?
Right.
Oh, God.
There's a category for white actors and black actors. And let's say one year they changed it and said just actors now. I don't think that happened, but I'm just saying. It just, as a hypothetical. Then they changed it and now it's all actors. And then a black person wins. If that black person goes on stage and says, I'm proud to win this for the African-American community, is that a problem?
Are you asking me or Janine?
You or whoever. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's a problem.
So then what are we talking about here?
But I also said to you when I was going through this exercise, I said if a man went on stage, I said if Chris Martin from Coldplay went on stage, I was like, I'm proud to win this award as a man. Said everything that Adele said and just switched female for male. Would he be wrong? To which Frank responded, yes.
Because white men are not marginalized minorities, where white men are kind of ahead of the game in society, and it's unfair.
So then
not you two white men. Go ahead.
As a general.
Tell me about it, kid. So then I furthered my questioning with if Snoop Dogg won the award and said, I'm proud to win this award as a man, would that be wrong? And Frank said yes.
If he said, I'm proud to win this as an African-American man, that's better. That's a step forward for a marginalized segment of society.
And my point is as we sit down and check people off on the list of what they have and what qualifies them to be able to talk and say, we're separating ourselves more than anything in those moments.
You can say whatever you want, but society, we're living in a society here where you say certain things, you're going to come off sounding like a jerk. If I got up there and said, I'm proud to win this for white men, I'm going to be seen as a racist and a anti-feminist. I'm going to be an outcast because that's wrong. I'm not supposed to, I could say it, but I'm not going to, and I wouldn't even think it. I'd be like, thank you very much. See you later. But if I went up there and says, white men, and everybody would be like, what the fuck is that? You're not supposed to do that.
But do you understand though that having all those little things is a form of divisiveness in itself?
Well, until we get on equal footing, that's what we need. We need people to shatter ceilings and make steps forward for the segment society that aren't ahead. that aren't seen as being on an equal footing.
I agree. I'd much rather us all be able to make fun of each other than sit here and talk like, oh, well,
That's what
Aquafina
I'm
can't
talking
talk
about.
that way because it's
We can make fun of each other. Let's make fun of each
cultural
other.
appropriate, whatever it is.
Come on.
I'll make fun of you. You want me to make fun of you? It's fine.
No, because the next thing you're gonna say is like, well, you can't make you. Anthony can't make fun of everybody, but this
Sure you can.
person can.
Why can't you make fun of everybody? You can make fun of whoever you want.
Apparently not.
Adele didn't make fun of anybody.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
think what
go ahead.
can I say what I think you're trying to say, Anthony, is that you we're further dividing ourselves by just more putting ourselves into more categories where we don't need to do that.
Yes, Frank and I are talking about the same end game. Equality. That's where our end game is the same, and I'm saying that if everybody has to sit there and be like, well, hang on a second, who wins the racial face-off between the black male and the Asian female, and you got to sit there and figure out who is more marginalized and this and that, you're causing more of an issue.
No one's doing that. You don't have to figure out who's. It's whoever is.
They can't. They got Aquafina off of Twitter this week for exactly that. What are you talking about? Nobody's
There's
doing
no
that.
scale though. It's not like you're less marginalized or you're more. I feel like there's men are seen as, are viewed in society given more benefits than women overall, which is insane.
Right.
And overall, which is also insane. I hate to say it, but Caucasian men are probably the people that get the least amount of, sexism, racism, all that stuff.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, though. It really
happens. It certainly happens, but
it happened.
Out of all races and sexes, white men are probably the least marginalized, the least. I don't know, put into a subcategory. I feel like white men are. You look at like the government; it's mostly white men.
We need
to change.
Old white men.
That's what I'm saying.
Men.
Yeah. The old white men are killing us in that category. That's
my
sure.
point.
So or is it that the old white men are the only ones who want to do that?
Well, let's say an Hispanic woman, anybody, gets into Congress, gets into the Senate and goes, I'm proud to be here as a Hispanic woman in this, in Congress or whatever. Is she wrong to say that? We're all supposed to be in, Congress is open to whoever wins, or Senate. Is she allowed to say, I'm proud to be here?
As long as she's not AOC, I think yes. Yeah.
Right.
Every time I make a good point, you have to come back.
It was a good point.
Thank you.
No, I am happy to do that. I just feel like this shaming and canceling is the wrong way to go about it.
I agree. I don't think she should be shamed or canceled, and I don't see how anybody took this as a slight against trans women. This has nothing to do.
That guy did. Oh,
how?
He said it. He
I understand, but I don't get how they made that leap. All she says was, "I'm proud to be a woman."
Because of the timing. Because of the timing of it.
What's wrong?
This was seen as a victory for the LGBTQ plus community, getting rid of male female.
I didn't know it.
Really?
I didn't see it as that. I thought it was a male.
Well, why would they get rid of it?
I thought it was a man-woman problem.
No, it's for people who are non-binary or cisgender, or that don't want to categorize themselves as a male or a female. That's why that was taken out of it. So she walks in there like, I'm Mr. Female.
So to go to your point,
or Miss Female, I should say.
So go to your point. If a trans woman went up there and said, "I'm proud to win this as a trans woman," would that have been a problem?
I don't know if a trans woman would have said that, though.
If they did,
I mean, they're fighting for not having this is more to my point, is that they're fighting not to be put into
Yeah,
boxes.
that's what I'm saying. But if they came out on top and said and they won the award.
That's what she said.
And went up on stage and said, "I'm proud to win this as a trans woman in this category. Thank you." Is that a problem? Why can't they be proud to win for who they are? I mean, if you're in a category that historically gets marginalized, why can't you be proud?
But I'm not explaining this well enough. They tried to eliminate the gender in the thing, and she came right up and started pointing out gender. I could see why some people would be. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't be upset with it, but I could see why people would. I think it's a leap, but I could see how they got there.
I just think they took an extra step and said, "Oh, I think
that's the yonometer, Frank. We have to move on."
Now Adele is against trans. That doesn't line up to me.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Adele. Oh. I don't get it. I think that's a leap, and it doesn't line up for me. I don't think she meant it that way.
Frank again continues to be anti-trans, and I'm on the side of LGBTQ.
What else is new?
I hate you. I'm anti-Anthony.
Right? Just like text messages.
I'm anti-Anthony.
This will put you in a better mood, Frank. Marjorie Taylor Greene today, she was trying to shit on Nancy Pelosi, and she compared. This is what she said. She said, not only do we have the D.C. jail, which is the D.C. gulag, which is a
gulag.
Sorry. See.
Viola.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see why that's really funny. She goes, but now we have Nancy Pelosi's gazpacho police spying on members of Congress. She said gazpacho instead of Gestapo.
That's actually pretty funny. I'm sure I've done that once. I've done that once before. Anthony, you've definitely done that.
Listen, this is the only time I'm ever going to say this, but I'm on Marjorie's side because I understand what it's like to say something really stupid.
When you say one thing and then you mean another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she slipped up and said, "Oh, I think she really thinks it's gazpacho."
Yeah, I could agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. She doesn't really fancy education that much, I don't think.
Right.
So anyway, the gazpacho police. So
you got to watch out.
Soup Nazi should get a pop from this. I feel like his sales are going to soar this week. That's for sure. Mitch McConnell, too, criticized the RNC for the censure, which is what we talked about last episode. It's dumb. The Republicans got to look forward instead of going back to this stupidity. And for criticizing people for fucking
doing their job,
just asking questions,
investigating an insurrection. It's like the RNC was like, no, there's this peaceful political discourse.
Yeah.
Or normal political, I forget exactly what they said, normal political discourse.
But
and no, it wasn't.
Give that McConnell credit, man. He's eyes on the prize. He wants that. He wants to be the majority leader again. He wants those fucking midterms. He don't give a shit about anything else. Adidas has a new campaign. Janine, did you see this?
No.
All right. Because Frank's been masturbating to it all day long. It's disturbing.
True.
But
it's hard on.
I don't even know if I can show this. I'll try and pop it up on the screen for a second here.
This is a regular commercial?
That's what she said.
That airs on TVs?
Not on TVs. They couldn't get away with that, but they've got it on
the intranet.
They've got it on social media, and I'll show the billboard. There's a huge billboard of, I don't know where this is outside of their headquarters or what, but it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 72 boobies.
What?
It's a lot of hootage.
It's just boobs?
Just boobs everywhere. Just lots and lots of boobs. And the caption of the campaign is
what shoes?
What?
What shoes? That should be the slogan.
God.
The campaign is the reasons we didn't just make one new sports bra.
What?
Oh, because there's all women come in all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah. I'll put it up on the screen for everybody. I'm gonna take it down in 2 seconds, so I can't
That's
leave
what
this
she
up
said.
for too long.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Let me see.
Those are hoodies.
A lot of hoodies.
Where is is this in the United? Oh, this looks like it's just outside somewhere, but they plastered this all over the internet, social media.
It is all over social media.
Whoa.
Is it all over social media because people are sharing this picture, or is it an ad that's being spread around?
Probably because it's boobies.
No, it's both. Yeah, it's a bit of everything.
Okay.
People are
Old.
People are mad. All right, I just saw this one now. I got to share this one with everybody. Hold on.
What is this?
The reasons we didn't just make one jockstrap.
Oh, it's a little different.
Hold on. Thanks. Of course, you leave it on for
They were
1
blurred.
second.
They were blurred.
Not with my special.
Your de-blurring filter. There they go.
Superstar. I don't know. What do you think? Just naked chicks all over the place.
It's a bold move.
I mean, once again,
Where was this? In the United States, I don't think you can. But if it's like there are a lot of European countries that sort of thing in television and in ads are okay.
I'll find out for you.
I don't think that would fly. Maybe it did. Maybe it does. Maybe it's in America, but I don't know. That's the kind of thing that, for some reason, gets Janet Jackson shunned, but not Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Sexist, Janine. Give us your
like
point of
it's
view.
like it's totally different. Like it's not totally different, Frank.
What?
Showing a man's chest versus a woman's chest.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she showed her chest, but he was part of it and ripped off the thing.
Yeah, but he didn't know her titty was gonna fall out.
What? He ripped off her top.
Yeah, you know what though? I don't think.
That was a choreographed thing, and she had like designs on it.
She had a nipple sticker, right?
Like some kind of pasty, but you could still see.
She was supposed to have something that stayed on and it didn't.
That's right.
But I think the point Frank's trying to make is that she caught all the shit for it and he didn't.
Right. He got nothing, almost.
Oh yeah, I know. Wait, hold on. I feel like there's like a beetle flying in here, and I don't do well with beetles, so.
Which is that sexist that Janet Jackson took all the shit for that and he didn't.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Is it?
He ripped it
she
off.
couldn't book a tour for a while there, and he seemed to be like right back on the road.
He's in movies. He's doing everything. He's doing just fine. He ripped off the top, and all she did was stand there and get the top ripped off. I mean, it's not like she controlled what part of it was ripped off. Maybe he ripped too much off.
You don't think? Yeah, you don't think it was a mistake though? I really don't think it was meant to. Like, I don't think her titty was supposed to just flop out like that. I think it was a legit mistake. But...
I thought it was planned because she had like a design on it. It looked like she had like this pasty, but it had like sparkles and things on it. I thought that was because it was going to be part of the show.
I mean, some people just wear them.
Just underneath everything?
Yeah, I'm wearing one right now.
That's nice. Sparkly.
Well, what do you
Frank,
think about
rip it off.
What do you think about
Now, if I rip it off and you get blamed
Right.
for it, I should be the jackass though. I should be the one that gets shunned, not you. If I rip off your top and you get shunned,
But if it was part of the act,
was it?
I think so.
Well, then if it was part of the act, they both should get equal heat.
Yeah, but it's her titty.
He ripped it off. He ripped off the shirt.
I mean, I guess.
Both part, it takes two to tango and rip off shirts.
I mean, but what do you think about this? Because there's this guy. I mean, there's several people now, but they're saying that, I mean, I've seen a lot of good points on this. This particular guy, I don't agree with.
What?
There's this this Christian pastor who's like so against this now. Every way they claim to love women is actually vile hatred of women. When they say they love women, so they strip them naked and make them Pornhub sex slaves. They love women, so they abort 500,000 little women a year. They love women, so they erase the very concept of womanhood, is what this guy, Brian, is saying, who is a Christian pastor.
About what's he saying this about?
About the ad, about the.
Really?
Yeah, because Adidas actually responded to this guy saying, "Dear Brian, all bodies should be celebrated and supported without shame or exception." He wrote, "There's no reason whatsoever for you to post pictures of yourself in low-cut shirts, bikinis, bra, or underwear, or anything similar ever. Not to show your weight loss journey, not to show your newborn baby, not to document your birth story." That's what this guy wrote.
Oh, so he clearly wouldn't like me, obviously. As soon as you said low cut top, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah,
he's probably #1 subscriber on OnlyFans.
And then somebody, yeah, could you imagine what his porn search history is like? Then there was somebody else who was like, okay, if you're trying to sell bras and not shock value, why not show all those women wearing the bra you're trying to sell?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not my point.
Because they didn't.
Yeah.
They wanted to show boobies.
Because they wanted the shock value?
It's advertising.
Right.
I mean, it's marketing. It's working.
Yeah. We're talking about it.
Speaking of working, the mayor in Oregon is working overtime on finding some partners for him and his wife.
He's working it.
Swing City, baby.
And what? He just comes out and says it like in a press conference? What is it? How did this come out?
And he's a Republican. Is that shocking or not shocking? I'm not sure.
Shocking.
Okay. Republican mayor of Sandy, Oregon, has argued that his past experience as a swinger makes him a better candidate in the GOP primary for the gubernatorial nomination. So he's a mayor who is running for governor and is like, guess what? Because I'm a swinger, I'm actually more qualified.
Hey, he might be right.
I love it. I love the take. His posts in a private Facebook group were leaked, prompting the mayor to tell his local paper that he and his wife ultimately decided that the lifestyle change wasn't for us, but that he's not ashamed of the choices they made in the privacy of their own home. Miss, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? You knocked off an old lady and then a 4-year-old? What's going on here, Janine?
It's cold down here.
Now you got a unicorn thing going on? He said that they explored the mutual relationships with other couples for a brief period of time after a screenshot showed their participation in a swingers group in Portland. Thoughts? Does being a swinger make you a better gubernatorial candidate?
What's that even? I don't even know what
governor.
that means.
To run for governor.
She knows what gubernatorial means. She means like, was that what you were asking?
No, I mean like what does it have to do with each
that's
other?
what she was saying.
Oh, all right.
Well, Frank thinks. Remember,
I'm out. I quit. I'm off. Bye. Good night.
I'm kidding.
I can't with this anymore.
I'm kidding.
God.
Janine, you're covering your mic. I can't hear you all that great.
I'm not covering it. The blanket is covering it.
We should send Justin Timberlake to rip that off.
Yeah.
But
I like it. I think if you can convince more people to sleep with you, you should lead a state. I think that's a healthy qualification.
You think Republicans will go for it?
I worry about those Republicans because they do like those Christian values, and having some dude pound your wife, I don't think is one of them. I'm not sure. I haven't read the entire Bible, Frank, but I don't think it's going to be in those last couple of pages that I never get to.
I don't know how widely accepted swinger parties are in the Bible, but I don't think it's a huge draw for the Christian community. I don't think that's one of the selling points.
Although I will say, I still to this day cannot understand. They have every right to do it. I'm just saying, I cannot wrap my head around the logic of that being an appealing thing.
What?
Swinging and toe licking. It was right up there, 1 and 2 of just I don't get it. I know people enjoy it, but I can't get it. I can't wrap my head around it.
It's not your thing. That's fine.
There are people out there who love to watch their wives get banged out by other guys.
There's wives that like to watch their husbands get banged out.
I know.
I did not marry one of those people, unfortunately.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. I
neither
married the
did my
type.
husband.
I married the type where even if I joke about that on a podcast, I'm gonna get a scissor to the throat.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Or to a sack. But
Either one.
yeah,
Scissors.
it's a big market.
Huge.
A lot of people.
It is. I mean, I don't know why.
I'm not I don't get it either. I would never be comfortable with that, but that's me. There are people who are, and God bless. Have fun.
I will say this about the guy. He handled controversy in a way that is indeed a skill that I would look positively
Excuse me.
upon.
He owned it.
Yeah, because that's what politicians don't do. They don't go, "Oh yeah, that was me."
Yeah,
Big deal.
That's true.
Like, who doesn't do it?
Was that how this came out? Like a reporter said, we heard that this is going on, and
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, or did he come out and say it one?
No. There was there were photos of them in a swingers Facebook group, and then somebody leaked it.
That's pretty funny.
Which,
Let me
now
ask
that
you this.
Go ahead.
Would you go to a swinging party but not participate and just watch other people?
No.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Hit me up for the address later.
Yeah, I would, because that's me. I would to go, like, I would do that just for this, like to talk about it and
Sure. That's why.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
totally would. Or I would
go-
even if I wasn't doing this, I would do it for the story to tell everybody about
you
it.
go there for the articles.
I'm gonna go there for the articles. No, if
The
that was
jokes.
I wouldn't go there if people thought, oh, we got to get these people. I wouldn't be comfortable with having.
I wonder if that's like how it is. Like if you went, but you didn't want to do anything, would they like
They'd
try
probably
to
kick you out.
force you to do it? Because I told you guys this once. My friend met this woman online, and she worked at a swingers club here on Long Island.
Mhm.
And it wasn't like, I wish I could get their website for you, because I mean the pictures were crazy. Did he leave?
I think he left us.
Well, anyway, the pictures were crazy, and they had like all kinds of like themed nights, and some of these people look totally normal.
Hey, you gotta keep it fun, and if swinging isn't fun enough, you gotta have theme nights. I get that. That's
But
fine.
like,
I don't get why they would have a Facebook page and make it like. I mean, maybe what the hell? I guess.
no, at Facebook, and there was like an actual website too, but I don't know why that's appealing to some people.
Stop
I
it. This is
just
why
don't.
I'm necessary on the show. Swinging's not enough. It's not enticing enough. You got to have a fucking theme on top of that.
Yeah.
How greedy are we gonna be?
Right.
Sometimes the swinging gets boring.
Swinging gets boring now.
You gotta have like, I don't know, outer space night or under the sea night. I don't know.
It was very strange. But of course, I looked through every picture, and I was like, wow.
Now, when you say every picture, it's regular pictures. It's not like
I missed this part.
showing everything.
Yeah, you were looking at pictures of people at the swinger party.
Yes, because I almost said my friend, he met some woman online who worked at this club, and it was a swingers club.
Right.
She wanted him to go one night, and he was like, this is the one where he met her at the club when, like, during the day when no one was there, and he couldn't
I remember.
he couldn't arrive
Yep.
because he thought of all the people that had sex there.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of cleaning services they got at that place, but I'd have to walk. If I was going there, I'd walk in with like a hazmat suit on. Just
Like
Sticky
Marty
floors.
McFly. Yeah.
yeah, like Marty McFly.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, good for people who do it. Not shaming. Just what's the befuddling? I'm not shaming. I'm befuddling.
You
Hey.
think that there's anybody in our group who would do it
Yes.
or has thought about it?
Yes.
I think the only
Yeah.
one that would do it is on this show,
Me?
and I don't
No.
think you'd do it.
You
so-
think I would?
No, and I don't think you'd do it.
She's too jealous. She can't do it. I don't think
Right.
she could do it.
I don't think any of us in our group would be a part of that. It's fine if they were, but I don't
Not
think it.
according to this guy.
No, I think we got cucks among us, which is fine. Not wrong with being a cuck, if that's your deal.
Cock-a-doodle doo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, I wanna this new
Somehow we
Florida.
got to bring that up in conversation on Saturday.
Yeah, we got to talk about Saturday Party too. We're gonna get into that. There's a Florida bill now. This is a pretty. I don't think we're gonna solve this problem tonight, but
How do you know? We might.
no, I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
But there's a bill down in Florida. Here's exactly what it is. It's let me see here. It's a bill being advanced by Florida Republicans that would ban the discussion of gender identity and sexual orientation in schools. The bill orders that schools may not encourage classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in primary schools or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students. The bill does not offer definitions on what would be appropriate.
Exactly. That sounds about right.
Again, more of what you can't
Fucking
do
people, man.
rather than logical conclusions.
Yeah, this
Conservative advocates have argued that the bill advances parental rights in education by allowing parents to sue public schools they believe are discussing LGBTQ issues should the bill become law. On Monday, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis voiced his support for the bill. Opponents say opponents are calling it the "Don't Say Gay" legislation that would create a more hostile environment for LGBTQ students in the state. The bill would build upon a 2021 law dubbed the Parents' Bill of Rights by its proponents, which bars government agencies from interfering with a parent's right to direct the upbringing, education, healthcare, and mental health of their children.
This is first step towards being, this is one of those slippery slopes that is dangerous and terrible.
Yeah, this is what this is a weird thing. I would love to know what Janine you think about this, but I feel like the more parents get involved in their child's education, the worse it is. Is that weird to say? Like, I just feel like we should put people on school boards and, make those choices and then just let them run the show. That being said, here's the weird thing about this law too.
Another weird thing.
If you're going to take it by face value, it's not the worst thing in the world, but people are going to misuse it.
It certainly is
to be
bad.
The opportunity is there for it to be misused.
Face value, it's pretty bad too.
The thing is, here's what I feel. I feel like it's 2022. I'm not really sure.
Is it? Because I got a couple of overdue library books that I got.
I'm not really sure if kids in high school are not like. It's not like it was back in 1970 or 1980. People know what gay is. People know what transgender is. People know with like all these things. Yeah. It was spoken. It's so spoken about now that we don't really need that much education. Like, we don't need to teach people what it is because people already know what it is.
You could say this. I feel like it needs to be brought up in class because not everybody knows what the deal is with a lot of this stuff. Like, how you're supposed to refer to people, who's, what gender is it's like sex education. People know what it is, but they also need to be taught in school risks and all this stuff.
Like, you definitely need to pull out every time.
That is something that could be taught.
I learned that the hard way. Thank you.
So,
can I clarify what I said?
At least 3 times.
Because I feel like I think parents should have a right to what their kids should learn in school. I just feel like the current group of parents, myself included, are doing a piss poor job at it.
Sure.
That's kind of where I was trying to go with that.
Yeah, because this is a part of life, and it's not a negative part of life. It's a part of life, and to teach about it in school is to teach life.
Well, here's my question.
It's like saying a man, you grow up, a man marries a woman. Sure. You could also say a man marries a man. Is that, you have to avoid that? You have to avoid saying that now?
I feel like, but the thing is, I feel like people know this, and maybe I'm ignorant because I know this already,
Yeah.
and I've known it since I was little.
So
So
that's
I
why it
mean,
should be said in school.
but I'm saying I think we're more knowledgeable now. Not me. I'm saying like kids. Kids know. Kids are.
Well, everybody knows 2 + 2 is 4, but doesn't mean it shouldn't be said it has to be said in school. I mean, it's something that needs to be said,
I
at a
guess,
certain
but then
point.
they're also learning it from their peers too. Like that's
Yeah, you learn from
probably
your friends too.
learn more than whatever.
It's all part of it. You learn from school, you learn from life, you learn from your friends, your parents, your siblings. You're learning as you're growing. That's of course. But when you're in school, there's a certain, I don't know, professionalism to it that kind of helps you see it as something more serious, and like sex education. I feel like if
But some
people,
parents don't even want their kids to learn about that.
it's like, well, then they're going to go out into the world uneducated about it and just try whatever they want and learn from God knows where, and that's how they're going to go into life.
OnlyFans.
Exactly.
You know what's weird? I can remember having to get that paper signed. Remember? Do you guys remember that? Janine, did you have that? Because in our high school, we had there was health class, and it was like, hey, we're talking about this stuff now, and you got to get your mom and dad to sign this if you want to take part in that discussion in class.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
And
I don't
we had-
remember that, but I don't remember learning much. Like I said, I honestly remember learning more from my friends than anything else, meaning that I taught them everything. Thank you.
Yeah, but it was more like, the intricacies around a condom and STDs and
Clearly, I didn't learn that.
what?
I said clearly I didn't learn that about a condom.
Yeah, I don't. This is also not something I think you can legislate because, in a perfect world, this also goes back to my theory of like people just they don't take pride in their jobs anymore, or doing a good job. They're more worried about picking political sides and shit like that. Like you would hope that your teacher can make that call. You would hope that your teacher could understand the landscape in the classroom, what's going on, what's happening with particular students, and make that decision to have that conversation with the kids.
Actually, what I do remember, because when you're saying this, we were learning about sex on this day and that day. If you don't want your kids to learn it, they don't go to the class that day. That's what it was.
Yeah, and we had a kid who didn't go to the class. I mean, I don't remember who it was, but I remember there was a kid who was like he wasn't going.
Do we know him? Is his mom a little bit neurotic?
There's nobody on this podcast. Or related or friends of anybody on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is something like it's seen as like, why is being gay or trans or anything seen as something you can't talk about?
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why people think that. It's because they think that we're causing confusion amongst young children.
They're
Children
confused
who,
anyway.
What?
Kids are confused all the time.
That's those people's points, is that children are confused, and it's if you add more logs to that fire, it could become
Right.
overwhelming.
But the opposite of that is children are confused. Talking about it helps alleviate the confusion. If you don't talk about it, they're just going to sit there and remain confused. So if a kid is in school and he might be gay and he doesn't know what these feelings are, he's confused because nobody else around him is that way, he's not going to know what, he's going to know from TV or he's going to know from whatever. But if it's talked about in school, he could feel a little more comfortable and know that it's a normal thing, and he should be fine. And that, I feel like it's part of you're teaching life in school. School is as you're growing, you're taking in what you need for life, and that's part of it. If you don't feel that, it's not like they're going to teach it into your kids. It's not like if your kid wasn't gay, they're gonna say, "Oh, here's this situation," and now all of a sudden your kid's gay. If your
But
kid's
people
gay,
think that, and
that's where they're ridiculous.
also kids though, you know, in an effort to find themselves, they do, you know, like my 6-year-old pretended to be a cat for like 3 days straight. We couldn't get him to not be a fucking cat.
And that's fine. That's
I mean-
wonderful.
Listen, I just did that last week, so I mean,
And that's an extreme example, but you know, a kid might go down a path that it's not for them just because they're getting attention or, you know, doing whatever. But see, I think that's going to happen. Like what you just said, somebody bottling it up is going to happen. What I just said is going to happen. I'd rather have what I just said because I feel like that has less damage done than you having somebody hold it in and hold it back.
the thing now though, and I still do think that learning from your peers is kids are not going to take teachers more seriously than their friends. It's just how it is.
So then what's the big deal? So what's the big deal? What we tell
I'm saying
them
is that they're not going to be, oh, just because the teacher talks about it, now they're going to come out if they feel like they might be gay. No, they're more likely if their friends are going to talk about it.
Well, it's not just the teacher.
I'm sorry, Frank.
I'm saying it's not just the teacher brings it up and has a discussion with the class, and maybe this kid hears his friends or whoever talking about it in a way that's accepting, and maybe that kid feels a little more comfortable and, you know, is not holding in something that could hurt him, you know, that he is ashamed of or something. Maybe he'll feel less shame.
I don't know.
Just talking about it, making it a normal part of the world is what we need to do.
Well, there's all kinds of clubs now too in schools, so that's just that's more kids though. That's kids in the club, you know.
Well, if those clubs exist, then why can't it exist in the classroom? It's the same building. It's the same group of people.
Well, I'll tell you why. And this is the other big problem with this is all these issues do not happen at the same time. You know, you'll have it be happening to a 4th grader in one instance and a fucking 8th grader, and then like kids don't arrive at understanding who they are at the same time, and
that's true.
That's a big issue with this because you'll have some kids that are, and by the way, I mean that's just a fact, you know. I mean, how many, you know, I there were kids that were, I feel like every step of the way when making out was a big deal, there were kids that were doing that way earlier than other kids. And you just go down the line of the bases or whatever you want to say. You know,
what?
But it's true though, and I think that's a big fear now too. It's like, I mean,
I'll be honest. In high school, in my high school, it was trendy at one point to be a lesbian, and yeah, he's making that
Trendy?
face, but yes, it was. It was like a cool thing to be a lesbian at one point, and if you're on the softball team. You know, maybe they would try to make you become one. And it's true, but all those people who were lesbians in high school for that very short time are no longer lesbians. So it was like,
all right,
it was something.
So they tried something. Didn't hurt anything.
It was more. It was like trendy. It was like cool to do that.
That's good. It should be cool.
And
because it's cool to be lesbian, it's cool to be gay. It's fine.
I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying that, you know, it was like a trend. It was.
All right. Well, that's one instance, I guess.
But Janine's point is,
not in your high
that
school.
People are doing things that's not really them just because it's getting them attention.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yes, and that's exactly what it was.
Well, that's a different issue.
Yeah, they're not actual lesbians or,
you know, that's gay. That's a different talk. That's a different conversation.
Again, though, I'd rather be on that side of it than on the person who fucking holds it in, and it causes long-term detrimental damage.
It's tough because I know someone who still is not out, and
it's a shame.
It's very sad because I don't know. To me, I always knew what gay was. I always knew what it was. My father worked in fashion my whole life. So it's just it's a it's a foreign concept for me to not be able to come out now in 2022.
Yeah.
And it's still happening though, which is
and it's still that's what I'm saying. He will not.
See, that's the thing. I don't understand. We should get to a point where coming out shouldn't be this. You should just be. You're gay. You're
Right.
not. You just are. You don't. Why? You don't have to come out as straight. You just have to. You just are straight.
But
So being gay should just be a natural part of growing up if you're gay.
Right. But I think the unanswerable question at the bottom of this issue is, when do you start having these conversations with children?
Right.
And that's why I think this is, this is like a no-win situation, because there's no real, like, what's the answer, Frank? When do you start having this conversation with a kid? In the 5th grade? In 8th grade?
I don't know.
In high school? And I think what's bothering some people is, like, some people are having this conversation with kids that are far too young. Like, my son is 6. I don't think it's time for that conversation just yet. Like, he's not
interested in that part of his life yet.
Right. It hasn't started, but I'm sure there's going to come a day where he's going to come home asking me about something or so and so, because somebody in that class is going to start to have those feelings and have a crush. And
so I think it should, well, this is just an opinion, but I think it should be generally, you look at when that starts to happen, like when kids ask their parents and start questioning stuff. And then maybe a year or two higher than that is when you start teaching the facts about what's involved here.
That's why I said, should this be legislation, or do you trust the teacher to fucking make the call? No,
but some kids are not like you said, everybody matures at a different level too. So
certainly.
Like 6th graders, not all of them definitely are going to get it.
Well, that's why don't you think that?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, don't you think that a teacher should be like, all right, it's like half the class. This is what I'm hearing. This is the buzz in half the class now. It might be that time to,
Yeah, I mean, it could be. You look at, you do statistics. You say, all right, this is from this age to this age is when kids start asking about it and start wondering and figuring things out. So this right after, let's say it's, I don't know, 10 to 12, whatever the age is, then maybe 13 or 14, they start teaching the facts about it, or 50, and then that's how they learn. Yeah, you're asking questions. That's great. That means they want to know about it. So you find out when the overwhelming population gets to that stage, and you teach it when people have caught up. Not everybody's going to be caught up, of course.
Frank's still not caught up.
I don't know what goes on. Someone's got to teach me.
I've spoken to your wife. Believe me.
You don't know
Yeah.
what goes in what hole. What?
All right, let's move on, because we got to get to the reason why Janine is either leaving the show or being kicked off the show for her celebrity status now.
Dum.
The Biden administration is denying funding programs that hand out crack pipes to prevent infection and promote racial equity. But there is a $30 million grant program that will distribute funds to nonprofits and local governments to make drug use safer and advance racial equity. Included in the grant is money to purchase safe smoking kits/supplies. A spokesperson for the Health and Human Services Department said included in these kits could be pipes used for smoking substances like crack cocaine and crystal methamphetamine. The HHS said that the kits will serve to limit the risk of infection. Typically, users smoke out of glass pipes, which can lead to cuts and sores that become infected. Handing out pipes is also intended to prompt users to smoke rather than to inject themselves with some substances like meth. As injection is far riskier, it is against the law to sell or distribute drug paraphernalia, including such pipes, unless authorized by state, local, or federal law.
That's interesting.
$30 million.
There we go. Sounds like a great way to spend it too. Really.
I mean, their end game is for people who are doing it to do it safer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get that, but shouldn't the end game be to stop these people from using it? Like, wouldn't that be the goal?
Mm-hmm.
Can't stop people who don't want to stop themselves. That's the whole thing. But
I know, but you know,
this is just like, doesn't make sense to me.
well, I guess it's I don't know. I'm going to play devil's advocate a little. I guess it's is it okay to hand out condoms to college kids? You know, like they're going to do it.
A different
You
story.
might as well be safe when they do it.
Same vein, I get it, but I feel like it's a different.
Oh, it's definitely not the same vein.
There was an estimated 100,000 drug overdose deaths in a 12-month period ending in April of 2021, according to the CDC, a 28.5% increase from just the year prior. 3/4 of those deaths involved opioids, many of them being synthetic opioids such as methamphetamine or fentanyl. Cities like San Francisco and Seattle have experimented with their own crack pipe kit distribution programs. Others have backed away from such plans. Louisville, Kentucky allowed convenience stores to sell drug kits before later banning them from doing so.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I think they're putting, I don't know, because it's one of those things where you want everybody to be safe, of course, because if people, like you said, people if they don't want to stop, they're not going to stop.
And it is kind of promoting it to a certain degree, right? And you get these people that are all fucking hopped up, and some of them stay home and do nothing. Others go out and do terrible things to other people.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. I mean, the other side would be to ban it all, which is already done. But that doesn't seem to be, I guess, putting a stop to it.
I have a solution. We let the drug dealers teach sex ed in our schools. See? And then everybody wins.
Two birds right there.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Got it.
The trucker convoy might be... Were you going to say something, Janine?
No, I forgot.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The trucker convoy might be headed to the Super Bowl.
Playing in it?
Can I just... No, to disrupt the Super Bowl traffic and such.
Okay.
Can I just say something to to our Canadian brethren and sisterin?
No.
Don't fuck with American football. This is a very, very bad idea. Right now, they're up there in Ottawa, and they're like, "Oh, can I park my truck here, eh?" And "Oh yeah, go ahead and do your protest there, eh?" And they're all feeding each other poutine, and they're having a couple of laughs. Right? They're watching hockey, and they're listening to hockey, and they're talking about what's gonna help the Leafs power play. And it's all fine and good. You take that into the States, and you're going to be met with some harsh backlash, especially if you try fucking with the Super Bowl. I don't know if most Canadians know this, but we love the Super Bowl more than anything here in America. And I will even throw Donald Trump into that mix.
Whoa.
I think the hardest of hardcore Trumpy fan is like, yeah, but I like the Super Bowl just a little bit better.
Yeah, it's true.
Because the Super Bowl never really lets you down, whereas...
It sometimes does. You got money on it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, no, I don't know. We see their problem is with Canada's laws, right, and mandates. So why disrupt the Super Bowl?
More attention
from us.
I think this started as a if you go into the States and come back, you have to be vaccinated thing.
Oh.
And now it's just like, fuck Justin Trudeau. And now it's become a bit about everything. In fact, I heard somebody describe it as an Occupy thing now more than a convoy, because they're kind of just, well, they were in Ottawa first, and now I think they're in Quebec City. And
how long could they keep this up? I mean, guests and doing their jobs.
Right. There's a lot around this. By the way, they gave, what is the crowdsourcing site? GoFundMe? Did you hear about this? People have been donating to the convoy to support the convoy. And then GoFundMe turned around and they were like, we can't support this, so we're not going to give them the money. So they're like, if you want your money back, here's 10 days or whatever they said. I forget, 2 weeks or whatever. They're giving everybody who donated a chance to take their money back. But if they don't take their money back, they're just going to give the money to another charity.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Wow.
That's not right.
Interesting.
And then people were like, well, how do they have the right to do that? And supposedly if you give them money and they give you an opportunity to take it back and you don't, It's on you, not them. And then the other part of it is too, they take like 6% or 3% or whatever it is of the donations. So if they give the money back, they don't get that money. But if they give it to some other charity, they get to keep that. They get to keep their commission on the donations. So that's what GoFundMe.
Can't
is doing.
anything just be good? Like 100% all the way?
So people are upset at.
No, it's America, Frank.
It's always something.
Yeah.
It's always something. That's why the whole Adele thing. I thought that, can't it just be something nice she said? But no, it's not.
Yeah. Well, they're upset about it, and again, it's interesting to see the tide. The tide is turning. We just talked about the New Jersey governor. No masks in school. Hochul comes in today and doesn't go all the way. Talks about doing tests and everything after the President's Day break to see what it'll be like in March. And I don't know if anybody's going to care about this come the summertime anyway, because again, this is going to disappear from the headlines, and nobody's really going to be talking about it. Speaking of which, we're honored just to be in the company of a TV star.
Upsets Frank and Anthony. Go ahead, continue.
I'm not upset. I don't know why.
I think
people
you're
are saying
going.
We're upset.
I know I am upset, but I think you're going to be upset as well. So
Why would I be upset?
on our local TV news station, there was a news report today about Governor.
What are you laughing at me?
I liked seeing the reflection of your ring light in your glasses. I don't know if that was premeditated, but it's very celeb looking.
You look like you have googly eyes.
Yeah.
Like Muppet eyes.
A little bit. You look exactly like my daughter. She wears sunglasses and unicorn capes and runs around the house. Bring that light closer. There you go. Anyway, so Governor Hochul today, she said...
Go ahead.
Well, whatever. I'm all inclusive. She said, we're going to test the kids and do the whole spiel. We're not going to roll back in the classroom. So there was a big report on it, and yours truly, of course, had to be in the spotlight. Now, I don't know this for sure, but my guess is that she tracked down the reporter from the TV station and followed him to wherever he was doing his report from.
That sounds about right.
But I haven't had a chance to talk to Janine about this yet.
Do you want me to tell you what happened?
Here's what happened. This is what happened to me. I go out to get pizza because my wife gave me I'm not cooking dinner tonight. Go fuck yourself. And it's National Pizza Day. This is a combination. It was a nice thing. So I said, I'll go out and get the kids pizza. So we get pizza. I come back and News 12 is on. Now, the first thing I said was, is it going to snow? Because we never put
the only reason.
I'm like, is it going to snow? Because what the fuck's going on here? And she's like, no. And I'm like, why is News 12 on? And she said, I think Janine is going to be on TV, but I'm not sure. So luckily, I was able to capture this. Now, if you're like, our news here on Long Island, again, people have to go to Walmart parking lots to fucking track down a story. So I think that Janine literally went to the News 12 TV station in Plainview or wherever, Woodbury, and waited for the reporter to leave and followed and tracked him down. Do you want to say anything before I air the segment?
I was in Target and I came out and I was yelling at both kids. I mean, yelling. And then
why'd you turn the ring light off? I liked it better on.
and I was very annoyed. And then all of a sudden I see these two guys walking towards me and I thought that they wanted my cart. And he's like, hey, can I ask you a quick question? We're from News 12. And I was like, sure. And he's like, we want to ask you a question about the mask mandate in schools. And I was like, hold my beer. Let's go. And then he just started it. And now they did cut it because I did say more.
I was going to ask you, how long did you talk for?
Not long. Really not long.
How many curses?
He was like, that was perfect. None. He was like, that was perfect. We don't even need to take that over. Yeah. I was like, thank you.
One take.
And then that's
Nice.
it.
All right, let's see it.
And I was like, they're not going to play it. They're not going to play it because News 12 is more like a liberal station.
Is it?
No, it's not liberal. No.
It's local.
NBC, CBS, you could all say they're liberal. It fucking News 12. They're tracking, the humidity level on 72nd Street. Like They're not, I mean, maybe a little overall media bias, maybe, but they're pretty.
Yeah.
They don't have time to be shitty in their news coverage.
Yeah, they have like 2 people working for them. That's why. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And they're covering the fucking car accident on the Bell Parkway. Like, I mean, like, they're too busy doing that kind of shit. So,
All right, so let's see this thing.
Is there true that they cut out "fuck that bitch" Hochul? Did you say that and it hit the floor?
No, I did want to repeat this line from the show Euphoria, but I was like, let me hold back. Let me hold back.
All right. Here's the clip. This is Janine on TV just a mere hours ago.
Private businesses are free to make their own decisions. Mask mandates are still in place elsewhere, including schools. But the governor did outline a plan today for possibly lifting the mandate within the next month.
After we had kids tested, we are going to make an assessment that first week in March, based on all the metrics I've just described to you, and look at that combined picture.
Some of those metrics include results from winter test kits being handed out to schools and parents over the winter break, cases per 100,000, hospital and pediatric admissions, and vaccination rates. But while there is a possible end in sight, parents throughout the area feel like the end.
I think it's totally ridiculous, and it's time for this to end. It's been time. And some people, they feel necessary to have the mask on.
Big time star. You made it before the bright redheaded lady. That's huge. You were the lead.
Thank you.
Way to go.
I still don't like to watch myself on TV now. One of my mom's cousins saw me, called my mom.
Congratulations. You even had the preamble talk over, like that you were like the news guy was talking over your just shot of
Yeah, gave you the lead.
Right.
You in there. That's good.
Were you what was your look at that face, look at that superstar.
Smirk.
Wait, hold on. Look at that. Oh, you're giving Gino Janello the eyes there.
He can get it. Go ahead.
Oh boy. I don't think he's homeless.
Now, was anybody upset? Did anybody call you and be like, how could you say that?
No, not at all. Actually,
just Frank's thinking that.
He's the only one who thinks negatively. Everyone else applauded me and wrote me messages and
I
was
haven't
like,
said a
wow.
word. I haven't said a word
I could read
yet.
your mind.
I haven't said a single word.
So wait, everybody else applauded you and sent you messages?
I even got some flowers, chocolates.
Except for Frank.
Right. He didn't even say how cool.
I said,
nice.
Congratulations. That's awesome. What?
Don't fucking congratulate her.
All right.
Yeah, why is it upsets Frank and Anthony?
I'm not upset. Why do people think I'm upset?
Are you upset?
No.
Because I didn't flash the AOA symbol.
You weren't wearing the merchandise.
And 7 fucking shirts you got, and you can't fucking wear a shirt out of the house? What the fuck? I mean, seriously, you see a guy coming, just be like...
Carry a tumbler, for God's sake.
You say, listen, Gino, I talk about this a lot on my podcast. It's here's where you can find it. A fucking bumper sticker or something. Nothing.
Honestly.
Sorry, the only thing I have on my car is the sticker that says "baby up with this bitch," and that's it.
Honestly, this is how you leave the house. Look at what are you wearing?
Is that a jacket? I don't even think you're wearing a jacket.
I'm wearing my other podcast.
Forget it. If you were a Star Legacy podcast, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd be so mad at you.
Right?
This wouldn't have made Anthony on air.
I would be so mad at you. Did you at least have a shirt on underneath the fucking whatever that is you're wearing there?
That is a zip-up hoodie, and of course I'm wearing a shirt underneath there. I'm wearing the "That's What She Said" shirt.
No, you're not.
Okay.
These are lies.
Bull. You're probably wearing... When was this? This was today?
I was going to say, you're wearing a blue shirt like you're wearing fucking right now.
This had to be today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You couldn't I'm genuinely mad at you. I'm really, really pissed.
We should have like an AOA hand signal that we could flash.
Yeah. We should have done that. Also, this guy, what an inconsiderate piece of shit. You're balancing your purse on your shoulder, your kid in your 2 arms, and he's shoving a microphone in your face.
I mean, that's what she said.
They have to show that she's a mom.
Well, obviously. obviously they wanted a mom's point of view, which is why they were parked out in Target parking lot.
No shit.
And they saw this one
I know what
person,
they're
her
doing.
kids, threatening them.
That
And they were
meeting
like,
was
let's get her.
That meeting was, where can we go to get angry moms? I know. Let's shoot on over to Target at 2:45 in the afternoon. That's where we'll find them.
And they were, let's get the girl whose shirt says unvaxxed, waxed, freshly waxed, and ready to climax.
Yeah, I don't think they
Nailed
approached
it.
any people.
You think they were looking at for MAGA stickers?
They didn't have to, kiddo. It was your skin color, hair, and children that led them. That's all they needed.
Were you wearing
See,
a
now
mask
that's
in Target?
racist.
Were you
No, that's
wearing a mask?
racist. Nope.
No, she wasn't wearing a mask in Target. Are you fucking crazy? You think they were going to go up to somebody wearing a mask for this interview?
Well, this was in the parking lot. You could have taken
Yeah.
it off.
Oh yeah, I rip them off as soon as I get outside anyway. But I will say that hardly anyone was wearing a mask in Target. It was after the announcement anyway.
I went to the pizzeria after the Hochul announcement in the afternoon. Her announcement was what, at like 11:45 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I went for dinner to get pizza, and I didn't wear a mask in the pizzeria. And that was the first time I got a myriad of looks from people that were wearing masks. And I was
So you just don't know.
I was like, I can't win. I was like, this ends tomorrow. Does it make a difference? All the staff had their masks on still. Now, when I drove by, I had a mask in the car, and I looked inside, and I saw a dude not wearing a mask. So I was like, oh, everybody's totally done with this. And I walk inside, and there's one guy not wearing a mask and 8 people wearing masks.
See, you got to have it in your pocket just in case. You got to throw it on.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Not after today.
Basically not after right now. I mean, it's
Right.
done. It's done so, which is another weird thing. I know this is like a minor thing, but she's up there going, tomorrow we end the thing. Why didn't she just be like, you can end it today? It's done.
Right. That
Starting
doesn't make
now.
sense. Like you have
Maybe
to
that
like
has to
prepare
be-
people.
Maybe it has to be official in some way. People are already.
I know what.
People are already in progress doing things. People are already
Yeah.
in school.
I'm sure.
Let's start it today. At midnight it goes into effect, kind of thing. So congratulations, way to go on TV.
Yeah, you're an asshole, and I'm getting you an AOA sweatshirt.
I hate everyone. I'm not. I don't even know why I participate in this.
Frank.
I said congratulations before. This is awesome.
Don't congratulate her.
All right. Then
Tell
fuck you
her
then.
she's
Fuck
stupid
everybody.
for her feelings on masks.
You're stupid on everything. Everyone's
She's
stupid.
stupid for not wearing a proper podcast shirt when she leaves the house. That's
Hey,
for
listen,
sure.
I wore my unvaxxed, freshly waxed shirt. So you know what? That would have been great if I was wearing a shirt like that. Like how great
really
would
have
have
that
that
shirt?
been? Frank,
I
do you
don't
really
know.
think I do?
You said
it's
it twice
possibility.
already. Maybe you do.
I'm going to send this picture to your husband. Look at this. Look at that gaze.
Yeah, this is looking at the news reporter.
Yeah. Stick your microphone in my face,
Yeah.
Jack Melly.
When's the last time you looked at your husband that way?
Never. Never.
See?
Wow, Mr. Gino, you've got such a big microphone.
All right. Should have bit the windscreen and spit it in his face.
Oh, that would have been hot. I bet you he would have liked that. All right, Janine. Upset
Well,
with
very
you.
nice. Oh, he's upset.
Don't talk to me for a while. It's going to take a while. Just let this wound heal.
Do you want me to get an AOA tattoo like right on my face? Is that better?
I'd like a
That would
Mike
be
on my
Tyson
cheek?
style. Yeah.
That would
Okay.
be something.
Yeah.
See, even I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, see? How fucking difficult is that? I always liked Frank more than you. And now
Well, you know
this
him
is-
longer anyway. Plus, he's a white male, so
That's right. He falls into the jurisdiction.
You only like white men, Anthony. So we know that.
By the way, can you get me this girl's number? Did you run into her too? Was there like
no,
a
I didn't.
angry white mom party that you guys were all there for? Or
And you know what's pretty funny is that me and my husband were at the store at the same time, and we didn't even know. I don't know why. We didn't even run into each other.
because he was with another woman?
Well, that's why I was like, "Oh, who were you in Target with? Because you wouldn't go there by yourself." And he's like,
Yeah,
"I need a
what's that
deodorant." I'm like, "Okay."
You were in the same Target at the same time?
Yep. And even he said, he's like, well, I didn't hear any kids screaming, so I didn't think, I wouldn't have found you. Okay.
Where
You know
did
what would have
this-
been funny if he came outside as I was being interviewed by News 12. I would have never heard the end of it.
Well, if you were given this look to Gino Ginelli,
Yeah.
Stop. I have to put my sunglasses on so you can't read my eyes now. When I talk about Gino. I mean, I didn't go follow his Instagram or anything.
oh my
Oh,
God, look at you.
Oh boy.
I'm
He's got a
kidding.
home, like Frank said. He lives in a house. It's not
He's probably doing very well.
Yeah, that's not for me.
well, no. If he works for News 12, he ain't doing well at all.
No,
He's doing okay. He's on his way up the
I
ladder.
wouldn't even say okay.
I'm taking a screenshot.
Oh, come on.
Sending it to the group.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
No! No!
Fantastic.
Look at this gaze.
Oh, God, he really did.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I just got it. Just got it.
Dad, you giving the reporter fuck me eyes. That's I'm ride or die your husband, okay?
No
on.
one's going to know what the hell you're talking about, though.
No, they'll know.
I think they'll get it.
They'll get it.
Well, they got to see the guy.
They don't even know I'm on the
They do
They
now.
don't even know I'm on TV now.
They do now. So is this a daily segment? They come to you every day?
Mhm.
They're going to ask you, what do you think about this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be fun. Guess where I'm going tomorrow? Target parking lot.
It's the hot spot. That is the hot spot.
Oh, that would be pretty funny.
That would be funny. All right. Well, there's Janine on TV.
Very
Please
nice.
let us know in the comments.
Not my
below.
first, and definitely not my last time.
Yes, but I want to hear from people. Just how fucked up is Janine for not supporting the podcast on TV?
Yeah, missed opportunity there.
You know
Very
what- you know
fucked
what I was-
up or
wait.
extremely fucked up?
You know what I was
know.
thinking of doing too?
What?
Like out of the corner of my mouth, going, "Fuck her right in the pussy," because that was like a thing a couple
That
of years
was-
ago.
That was a thing, but I don't think you would have made it to the air.
Exactly.
It wasn't live.
You know? Did you hear me, Anthony?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been. But Frank's right. They don't
I
do
would
that
have
shit
had
live.
definitely,
anymore.
definitely not News 12. No,
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't have aired that.
Fox 5, definitely.
Fox would have put that on. They'd be like, "This is
You-
great."
See, what you should have done is you should have been standing next to that sign that says, what was it? The kid up in this bitch or whatever the hell? Baby?
Baby up in this bitch.
See, that's what you should have been standing next to that. That
They would have
You
been
could've-
like,
you
"Can
could've-
you move over a little bit?"
You could have snuck that one on the air.
They saw Janine coming though. They were like, "This girl's gonna give us something explosive.
Yeah.
We got to talk to her."
Yeah, like I said, because they saw me yelling at my kids. So
I don't think time for this to end is that explode. It's fine. That's people are ready for
No, it was extremely tame. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
well, I did say more, but just
If
cut.
if
You
Hochul
saying they
doesn't,
cherry picked?
yeah. Did you say if Hochul doesn't end this, I'm gonna cut that bitch?
I said I'm from Queens. She doesn't fucking know me. Okay,
Yeah.
she doesn't
Mm,
fucking know what I can do.
She don't even know.
That's true.
Why am I not watching the Olympics? Are you
Why?
guys watching the
bo-
Olympics?
No.
It's boring, but I have to go.
Nobody gives a
Not
shit
this.
about what.
I said I'm not boring. Not this is boring, but I have to go soon.
Soon or now?
It's also boring. Well, you have a lot more.
No, not a lot. I was gonna do this in fan feedback, and then we're done. We're out.
What time is it?
You got 2 minutes.
Well, everybody wants to take a picture with me. Go ahead.
All right, but I think it's. I can't even.
Got a lot of 8x10s to autograph.
Yeah, you got to
Mail out.
That's true. By the way, we will be selling this as an NFT if anybody
Time
wants.
for this to end.
The
It's
Oh, where's the shot? The gaze.
I got. Wait, hold on. There it is.
There you go.
She's like,
Close.
that's the. Can this guy get it in? Yes, he can. He sure can. Look at
my
that.
God.
There it is.
That's even worse.
That's the one.
That's even worse. We're
I
gonna sell,
hate you. Oh my god.
we're gonna sell this at. Hold on, I gotta put this in the group chat because that's even worse. That's even more incriminating. What'd you just say, reporter man?
That's the one right there.
Yeah, that's the one. That's good stuff.
I've got a big story for you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is that a microphone in your hand, or are you just happy to see me?
I think he wanted to know your opinion on masks because he was going to invite you to like a Eyes Wide Shut party.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Good point, Frank.
All right.
I'd go to it.
Anyway, I just think it's weird that nobody is watching the Olympics that I know of. Like, there's no chatter on the Olympics. Why
We
is
haven't-
that?
I think winter stuff is boring.
But we used to be so excited about the Olympics no matter what. I feel like there was always Olympic chatter. And then all of a sudden we made it to this year, and it's like, who gives a shit about the Olympics?
It's a
Don't
good
you find-
question.
Don't you
Yeah, no
find
one's
that-
watching it. I'm not
People,
watching it.
people watch it. I just think we're not watching it.
I don't know.
There's
I
some
also
people
I
watch-
heard somebody say that we're like 17th in the medal count. America.
It's not great.
How does that happen? We were always like up by 30 at this point or whatever.
I don't know. It must be the food they're feeding everybody.
Yeah, the
Thumbs
food
down.
stinks. The food is terrible.
Blech.
All right, fan feedback here. This coming from Raven. We hate Trudeau. And Frank fights himself in Dreamland. I don't
do
know
do
what that is.
When I'm asleep, I fight.
Yeah. Remember last time we were doing fan feedback, I couldn't find Priscilla's comment that you wanted me to read, Frank.
Mhm.
Priscilla this time around commented, Anthony, do your comment research.
That's great.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really, really good. Tracy and Rob just wanted to write in and say, hi, guys. I really enjoy and look forward to more fan feedback at the end of the show.
Nice.
You have great fans on this show. So there
That
you
is
go.
true. Keep that, just put them in the comment section below YouTube. We'll read them.
Yeah. Philip wants to know if the J in J-Sabs stands for jingle. I love J-Sabs, but you have to do something about the sound of her bracelets and microphone. Seriously,
What bracelets?
she's picked it up near the end of the last podcast. Hold on. LOL. Seriously, she really picked it up near the end of the last podcast. You could tell she was nervous at the start, but she calmed down about halfway through after she was able to throw some punches at Frank. This
I'm glad
was
I'm
a
able to-
couple of podcasts ago.
I'm glad I'm able to calm you down by
Nervous.
punching back.
I let Philip know that beating up Frank could be very calming, to which Philip responded to me, you might say no to this, but I think it would be funny. Can I buy and donate a personalized punching bag with Frank's picture on it for you to give to J-Sabs? I'll donate it and be anonymous. And Philip sent me the link to buy customizable punching bags.
It's not anonymous
That's
anymore.
hysterical.
Yeah, it is not, but that's worth sharing. I thought that was pretty damn funny. Let me
Should
see.
I be insulted? I'm a little insulted.
Are you insulted by that?
Nah, I'm fine.
I would be proud of that. I would love to have a punching bag with my face on it.
What about a dartboard? Not as much.
I would take pride in that too. I don't mind people hating me. I mean, I prefer they like me, but I would
Thank
take
God.
pride in the hate. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I'm in,
You mean it's-
I missed it.
Yep.
I'll have to watch it on the replay. Anthony, your hands are too big to be Trump. Funny stuff, though. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
A lot of people writing in that Jewish is a race. Judaism is the religion. So there you go. There's some clarification on that.
Okay.
Last episode reaction. Nicole writes, I really like you today, Anthony, which would allude to the fact that not every
Hate
day.
you
that
every
that
other day.
happens.
yeah, definitely hates you every other
Today's a
time.
good day.
S. Renee, Anthony is spot on. Someone is funding all these various cancel culture situations. J-Sabs is right. Re the word. I don't know what you said last episode
Breathe
regarding the word.
word.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sue writing in, just catching up to the last couple episodes. All Oreos, like all Bickies, should be dunked in coffee or tea. What's a
Maybe they need
Bicky?
biscuits, cookies. I don't know.
I don't
like-
know.
Combination biscuit cookie, Bicky.
Yeah, and we're still getting overly pounded by the Viola comment.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
You're getting pounded right in the viola.
sure am. And we have to. I mean, we have to share the thing that what was it? Convict Donald?
Oh yeah.
That video cut was
That
hilarious.
was amazing. Can you put that on the screen, or is that?
Guiffre.
Yeah,
No,
let
it's
me.
different.
I know
It's a
it.
new one.
Same guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same guy. Convict Donald is doing such a tremendous job.
So we have any internships open up? Or...
I mean,
Right.
Seriously, he's done more work than the 3 people on the podcast right now
1,000%.
combined, basically.
So
All right,
can you
let me
get this on
pop
the
this.
screen. All right.
Yeah, let me pop it up for you on the screen here so everybody can see the work of Convict Donald. There you go. Follow him
Have
on
cook preheat oven to 350 degrees
TikTok.
and brown chicken slowly in skillet. When evenly browned, have cook place chicken in dish in oven. Have cook prepare rest of meal while you touch up your makeup. In about a half hour, Viola. Dinner is served. What is Viola?
That would be voila.
Oh, is
You
that
jackass.
voila?
Viola Davis.
Yes. Viola.
What do you want from me?
Viola Davis will come in and help you.
Well, there's something wrong with everybody, and that soul got to be forgiven.
You know when you do something and you instantly realize this is going to haunt you for years?
I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, at least you can write a racist recipe.
Forget it, then.
Viola. They're gonna attack the crap out of you in the comments.
It'd be nice to see you there.
And they should.
I deserve it.
I don't care why.
Man. And Viola,
Excuse me.
your chicken is ready.
Good morning.
They're gonna attack the crap out of you in the comments. I forgot about that last part. That's amazing.
That's great work.
Well done, sir. Who is
Go
that?
ahead.
Again? Convict?
Convict Donald. He's
Convict
on
Donald.
Twitter and Instagram. And
My thought is it's convict Donald. That's my I think. I don't think he's calling himself a convict.
Is this my second Viola? Did I just do it again?
I think no, because it's
Convict
they're
Donald.
spelled because at least they're both spelled the same way.
Oh, thank God.
I think it's convict Donald.
Oh, okay. Maybe it is. Why did I
think that-
say convict?
It's both the same. It's the same
Oh, no.
word. Same word. That's all right. That we can forgive at least. I think it's convict.
No, but convict Donald sounds a lot better than convict Donald.
if his
Blast.
name is Donald and he's a convict, then it works.
Yeah, I guess so. But whichever way, well done. I mean, well done.
That took some time and effort, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
100%.
Follow him on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. I think actually that TikTok did better than our own highlight of that thing on TikTok.
You know what? Deserved it.
Well, it was funnier. His was way
Yeah.
funnier.
He beat the hell out of whatever the hell we put in there.
Yeah, which was actually nothing. It was little to no effort.
And it was an honor to work alongside Viola Davis for that one.
You know what? I feel like you were really good. You should be nominated.
Hey, listen, it's an honor just to be lumped into a cut of whatever that was.
You okay?
No.
By the way, I just looked at the latest numbers. Way better.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close.
No, his video definitely deserves
Yeah.
way more credit than we deserve.
Good for him. Convict Donald or Convict Donald. There you go. Good
Well
stuff.
done, sir. Yes. So give us more fan feedback. Go into the comments. Anything you want to say, you want to tell us, you want to ask us. I know someone was asking in the last video, they want to see, it was an idea for baby pictures of us.
That was my last one. Yep.
Oh, okay.
We got to do that.
I'm in.
My cousin legitimately just sent me the most embarrassing picture I've ever seen of myself. So
That's hard to do
yeah,
because there are a lot.
Shut up. Yeah, there's a lot. So I think that'd be good actually to see that.
I'll get some baby pictures here myself. That's fine.
Yeah.
We could put those up. That's fine. Um,
A lot of people don't know this, but Janine, her first baby picture, literally born, she could be seen saying to the doctor, "You don't have to wear a mask in here. It's fine."
those were her first words. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
And this was 1982, by the way.
You just revealed her age. I don't think she'll like that.
Well, probably not.
Yeah, well done.
But anyway, I thought that was a good joke.
It was good. It was good.
Thanks.
I liked it. But yeah, keep those comments coming. We love them. Can't get enough of them.
Yes, keep them coming. By the way, we are putting out a lot of highlights of the show. So if you missed any part of it, you can catch up on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, even YouTube Shorts. Although we're not putting everything on YouTube Shorts, I don't know. But go follow the Facebook and Instagram and TikTok accounts. All those links are at anthonyonair.com. You could find them there. I tagged you in a comment and felt weird doing it. I didn't know if you want to be private, but I feel like you comment on things a lot. So
On which social media?
So the guy, remember you brought up what's his name?
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo. Delray Beach would be nice to go to right now. That's what I was thinking.
That's nice.
Delroy Lindo, and then Ryan found the comment, and I tagged you so you could see it.
Oh, cool.
But I thought it looked like it was from a movie. I don't know. He didn't know either.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was. I thought it was an interview he did.
It looked like it was a movie, but
Okay.
still the same point.
Same idea.
Same point made. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So keep those coming too. And then when somebody yelled at me, we don't do enough Facebook comments, but more people comment on YouTube and Twitter than anywhere else, and Instagram really too. So, but I will read Facebook comments as they come up.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel like for some reason a little harsher on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
There's a lot more anger there.
There's a lot more anger on Facebook than on YouTube. I go back and forth, and they let it fly on Facebook. I don't know what that's about, but holy crap.
It's tough. Tough rap.
Yeah. Well.
All right, I'm good. You good?
I'm good. I just want to say one more thing. The Adele thing. Can I go back 1 second?
Yeah.
So you said at the end that the whole point was to get rid of gender, and I didn't realize that. So I see the point. I get it. To get rid of gender, and she brought gender back. So you know.
Well, the timing of it
makes more sense now, because
yeah,
what I was thinking was, oh, that's a step forward for women, but I didn't realize it's a step back for bringing all genders on equal plane. So that I concede. I get that.
Right.
And that should be.
But you are proving my point in essence, which is
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's good. Good point.
Who do we like? Who wins the tug of war of marginalized people?
Well, it's not a contest like that, though. That's my point. My point is, if you're of a marginalized group, like say you're a woman, that's where you stand. You could stand with other marginalized groups too, but inherently, people will, if you say yay women and you're a woman, that's
right. But it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be where there's these battles that are taking place where that's not allowed to happen, and then people are put into these categories, and so it's like you can't have that thing of we're all in this together. It's got to be, well, my thing and then your thing, and then who wins?
But that's the thing. It's not this category versus this marginalized category versus this marginalized category. It's both or all climbing at the same time.
But
so
who's right in this situation?
That's the thing. I don't think, honestly, I don't think she's a mean person, Adele. I don't think she meant to put any other category down. I just think she meant to say yay women for a second. That's all I think it is. And I could be wrong. Hey, maybe I doubt it. I doubt she went up there thinking, I'm going to push down every minority or whatever it is. I'm sure she just went up there and saying, I think this one, a good win for womankind here. That's all I took it as. And other people took it a different way. And of course, that's okay to take it, however you take it. But if I could play devil's advocate, I don't think Adele meant to be
Okay.
controversial. Do you think she did?
I'm checking right now. I don't know, but I'm checking right now to see because I'm willing to bet you 5 whole American dollars within the next day or two, Adele apologizes
Yeah, no, I could see that.
or
Hey,
is
listen,
forced to apologize.
I'm all for apologizing when you affect a segment of the population. Like she clearly, this seemed to strike a negative chord with uh, people of different genders, and
Right.
I get that, I do.
But
So
you're
if
going to
she
spend
needs,
your whole life apologizing, because always somebody is going to be shortchanged in the grand
or
exchange of just living a life.
yeah, or she could say I didn't mean anything by it, and I just went yay women. That's all.
I
Maybe
know,
she
but
doesn't.
can you
Maybe she
believe
doesn't
that?
apologize.
It's like she spiked she celebrated in the end zone.
Yeah, for that. Yeah, of course. But if you're again, she's part of a marginalized group, which is unfortunately, which is women. So she just went up there and said, "Yay, women! We won this for I'm glad to be a woman who won this." And if an African American person went up there and said, "I'm glad to be an African American person who won this," I would have took that as the same thing, not as them saying everybody else can do what I could screw off. It was her. I feel like it was her saying, "Yay, women," not "boo everybody else." That's what it seemed like. Maybe I'm just being naive, but I don't see her as a mean person. Whenever I've seen her do stuff like Saturday Night Live or performances or interviews, she doesn't come off as a mean-hearted person. She comes off a very nice person. So I doubt she meant anything negative by it. That's all I'm saying. And if people who took it, as a slight towards other genders, that's I get it, and that was why I brought it up again, because I see what you mean, and yeah, it could have been taken that way, and that's unfortunate. I don't think that any group should be marginalized or put down in any way, and then if she apologizes, that we could all we'll move on, hopefully.
I agree, and but this constant shame fest, and
I know it's a lot, but
it's tough.
when you're in the public eye, you're gonna screw up, and you're gonna say something that offends someone, and
I
it
worry,
doesn't
but
hurt to
I worry,
apologize.
right? But I worry that all this is just keeping us in the same place rather than us just going whatever.
Well, I think that's what we were doing for a long time, is whatever, and we weren't getting anywhere.
Right, but there was a difference though, because there was there's
I think that people were making jokes about this group or that group or this group, and then the majority was saying whatever, while the people affected by the joke were going, well, but wait a second, what?
right.
And now their voices are louder, so people are now having to walk back stuff.
But here's the thing: we lost the ability to understand that sometimes, like, there's a good side of the Schwartz and a bad side of the Schwartz.
It's two sides of the Schwartz.
Two sides of the Schwartz. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the jokes that are okay because they're with love and they're not meant to be derogatory or put people down. We've lost that ability where it's everything. It's like, well, hold on a second. You want to tell that joke? What nationality are you? Or what sex are you? Or what religion are you?
See, I think there's you said it right there. There's the with love part. Sometimes people make jokes that are just for the sake of putting someone down just to get a laugh. But then there are jokes that people like. Excuse me. If you watch like Family Guy or something, they make fun of everybody, and it's cartoons and it's done. They make fun of people, and everybody gets a shot. Gets hit. And I think there's a difference when it's done out of respect or love. Like if you look at Blazing Saddles, I don't know how that would be today. Definitely not.
People want to cut that movie down.
I know it's
okay. What
about a
about
lot of
Robert?
N-words in that one.
What about Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder?
That I think is different.
That stood the test of time. How much longer does that have?
I think that's different because He's portraying someone wearing blackface, and that's the point of it. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, the whole moral of that character is to say how ridiculous blackface is.
Okay.
If you watch the whole movie, at the end, they're like, be yourself. Don't be this, you're Australian, be Australian.
Right. But how many other misconstrued things that were okay that somebody wind up having to apologize for?
Well, are they misconstrued? Or are they, how do you know? Which one? Like, example.
Well, we'll see in the next episode when I'm collecting my $5 from you because Adele apologized.
Well,
we'll find out.
I never agreed to that bet, first of all, because I think she will apologize. But I think
So you're, I mean, it's bullshit. The whole thing is crazy.
no. If a segment of the community is hurt in some way, it's only right to apologize to them.
I'm going to send you a clip after the show.
I'm going to send you a bouquet of roses.
We have to go because it's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay. And by the way, I finished it, so people don't think I'm slacking. I finished the song for Anthony on Air. I sent it to you, and we have yet to. It has yet to be approved.
I'm sitting on it. I haven't listened to it yet.
I'm sitting on it, but it is complete.
You happy with it?
I am.
What if there needs to be some revisions?
Then you can do them. Because I think it's fucking perfect. Yeah, well, we can talk. We can talk about revisions, but they won't happen.
Do you think I'll get in trouble because I went to a white guy for this job instead of?
Hey, I did it for free. You could go to whoever you want and pay them.
Thanks. That's
I
true.
did it for free.
You did make me look good in that.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, before I said there were a lot of N-words in that movie, I meant the actual word.
Well, we know what you mean.
Okay. I didn't mean...
Frank.
All right, stop.
Got it, buddy.
You're exhausting. I don't even know why I come on this thing.
Who's bringing the sheets to the meeting this week? Huh?
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah. Quentin Tarantino movies, too.
Man, it's a lot.
Trevor Noah had a funny thing. I don't really love him, but his stand-up is so
I
good.
like Trevor
He's
Noah.
not good on that Daily Show.
Really?
Needs that
I like
studio audience back.
Yeah.
Very dry. I bailed midway through the Rogan thing because I was busy, but I watched the beginning part, and he had a funny bit about calling like the proper times to use the N or the accepted times or whatever, and he brought up the Quentin Tarantino movies, and that made me laugh. That was very, very funny.
He said that was what? No good or good?
No, it was funny. I honestly, I'm so tired. I can't even remember the context.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so I think it's time to check out.
All right. Jumpstart Coffee, link in the description. Order that up, of course. Don't be a Janine here. Get a shirt, get a mug, get a hoodie. Look at Frank. Look at Frank.
What?
He's look at the best. A little pub. Frank would never go on TV. Never go on TV and not be in some merch, some show merch. Never, ever.
I'd ask for my cut at the end of the day.
Of course.
But other than that.
Of course. I'd be happy to.
I heard News 12 was scouting the area, so I
That's why you're wearing that.
Right on.
Whereas Janine is like, fuck those guys. I'm the star. Where's my glasses? Where's my bowl of red M&Ms?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why you've never made. I don't even know do we have them on the site? Anthony on Air masks.
Yeah, they're up there.
Oh, I'm gonna buy one.
Yeah, people unsubscribed for those. What are you propaganda shit? Taking this down. Fuck this. I don't think people understand the abuse that goes on.
It's unbelievable sometimes. It's like we're
the shit that
they're around. Why wouldn't we sell? Why wouldn't we have them?
Yeah. What is this shit?
You
really believe in this?
First of all,
yeah. Fucking
shut up.
It's $3 to the show, ass fuck. You like the show? Support the show.
Then don't buy the mask. You don't
don't buy the mask.
Don't buy the mask.
No, people got mad. We have a vaccinated shirt on the thing, and people got mad at me for that.
That I've been meaning to get. I want to get that one.
Well, we're taking it down pretty soon. There's almost no point to it anymore.
There's a point. There's
The
still
masks-
people who aren't vaccinated.
The masks too. Nobody's buying the cloth masks anymore, so
That's
I can't.
true.
We haven't sold those in a while, so that's
should-
probably gonna come down soon.
Can you print on the medical masks? I don't think so.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, big dog. A lot of show for everybody.
You got it, little dog.
Maybe we should take Friday off.
Ooh, interesting. What do you think, guys? Comment. Should we take a day off?
Should we? Should we live watch the halftime show?
No. I'll be too busy yelling at the screen.
I'll be too busy getting hot wing sauce off of my shirt.